Right now, someone somewhere is kissing someone else, and they probably think it's romantic. It's not. Not originally, anyway. Here's the twist. The first kiss in human history had nothing to do with love. It was about sniffing. Yes, sniffing. Way before lips got involved, your ancestors pressed their noses together and inhaled. Not for romance, for information. Smell told them who was healthy, who was family, and who might make a decent partner. Basically, an ancient background check. Done with your nose, no LinkedIn required. Sounds weird? It's still around. In parts of the Arctic and the Pacific Islands, people still greet each other with a nose press instead of a kiss. So somewhere, right now, someone is saying hello by sniffing a stranger, and it's completely normal. Try that at your next job interview and see how it goes. Your brain still runs on this old software, by the way. Ever met someone and instantly felt something's off, without knowing why? That's not intuition. That's your nose quietly doing its 10,000-year-old job while you're busy pretending you're being logical. So how did lips even get involved? Blame mothers. Before baby food existed in jars, mothers chewed food and passed it mouth to mouth into their baby's mouth. Not cute, not romantic. Just early humans doing meal prep the hard way because blenders hadn't been invented yet and neither had patience. And it's not just humans. Chimpanzees do something remarkably similar. Primatologist Franz de Waal found that chimps press their mouths together after a fight, basically saying, "We're cool now." It's less, "I love you," more, "Please don't bite me again. We're family." So somewhere between feeding babies and making peace after chimp drama, mouth-to-mouth contact became a signal for one very simple thing. You're safe with me. Over time, humans got a little more selective about who got that signal, and that selectiveness turned into something genuinely interesting. Researcher Raphael Wlodarski from Oxford studied kissing and found people care about it way more for long-term partners than short flings. Basically, your brain uses a kiss like a background check. Health, compatibility, whether this person is secretly a nightmare disguised as a nice smile. All tested in a few seconds, without you even realizing it's happening. So the next time a kiss feels off, that's not random. That's your brain quietly running an ancient compatibility test and possibly rejecting the application on the spot. Not every culture even landed on lip kissing. Researcher Cheryl Kirschenbaum pointed out that some cultures historically never used it at all, which tells you something important. Kissing wasn't hardwired the same way into everyone. Biology built the foundation, culture decorated the house, and every culture picked different wallpaper. Even the history of the lip kiss itself is oddly specific. Anthropologist Vaughan Bryant traced some of the earliest written references, and many of them describe nose pressing and inhaling, not lips at all. The lip kiss you know today is actually a fairly late upgrade. Like humanity finally getting around to a software update it had been ignoring for millennia. So here's what's actually happening every time you kiss someone. Ancient nose-sniffing energy, mixed with baby-feeding energy, mixed with chimpanzee peace treaty energy, all wrapped up and quietly rebranded as romantic. Nobody sent out a memo. It just happened over thousands of years. And your brain frankly doesn't know the difference. The same ancient wiring lights up whether it's your ancestor smelling out a good mate 10,000 years ago, or you, right now, overthinking whether to lean in on a first date. Which is kind of funny, considering how much effort dating apps put into profiles, bios, and perfectly angled photos. Hours spent picking the right picture, writing a witty bio, matching on shared interests. And none of that replaces the one moment your brain has actually trusted for millions of years, the kiss. Turns out, evolution doesn't care about your bio. Here's another detail worth sitting with. Kissing isn't just a human quirk that showed up randomly one day. It shows up in different forms across different species, tied to bonding, safety, and reading the health of someone close to you. Which means every time you kiss someone, you're technically running one of the oldest trust tests in the animal kingdom, just with better lighting and a nicer outfit. So next time someone tells you kissing is just romantic, you can tell them the real story and probably ruin the moment slightly. It started as sniffing. It became feeding. It became peacekeeping. And somewhere along the way, without asking permission, it became the thing you do at the end of a date, hoping it goes well. Right now, someone somewhere is kissing someone else. They think it's love. It kind of is. But it's also every ancestor who ever needed a way to say, without saying anything at all, "You're safe with me." If this made you rethink your last kiss a little too much, that's on evolution, not us. Subscribe for more of your everyday habits explained by the weird history behind them.